1973 Lincoln Cent coin lovers and history enthusiasts. Today, we are exploring the 1973 Lincoln Cent, a fascinating piece of U.S. coinage history. While most of these pennies are common, some rare varieties and high-grade examples have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Stick around as we discuss the design, rarity, history, and auction prices of the 1973 penny, along with tips on how to spot valuable ones. History of the 1973 Lincoln Cent. The Lincoln Cent series began in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. It was created to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of Lady Liberty. By 1973, the Lincoln Cent had been in circulation for over 6 decades, still using the same basic design introduced by Victor David Brenner. However, during this time, the U.S. Mint was considering switching from copper to aluminum cents due to rising copper costs. Over 1 million aluminum pennies were struck in 1974, but none were officially released into circulation. The 1973 Lincoln Cent was struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, 3,728,245,000 minted Denver Mint, D mint mark, 3,549,576,588 minted San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, proof coins only, 2,760,339 minted design of the 1973 Lincoln Cent. The 1973 Lincoln penny retained its classic design, which had been in use since 1909. Obverse. Front side, a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The word, Liberty, to the left of Lincoln, the year, 1973. On the right, if minted in Denver or San Francisco, a D or S mint mark appears below the year. The phrase, "In God We Trust," curves above Lincoln's head. Reverse, backside, the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, first introduced in 1959. The words, "United States of America," along the top edge. The motto, "E pluribus unum," above the Lincoln Memorial. The denomination, 1 cent, at the bottom. This design remained in place until 2008, when the U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln Bicentennial Cents in 2009 and later replaced the reverse with the Union Shield in 2010. Rarity and value of the 1973 Lincoln Cent. Most 1973 Lincoln Cents are extremely common in circulated condition. However, high-grade uncirculated examples and rare errors can bring in serious money. Circulated condition, worn coins, face value, $0.01. Slightly better condition, 5 cents, $0.25. Over 3 billion were struck. Worn examples do not carry much premium value. Uncirculated condition, mint state grades, MS60 to MS64, $1. $5 MS65, nice luster, few marks $10, $20 MS66, well struck, highly collectible $50, $150 MS67, pristine example, very rare $500, $1,000 plus auction highlight, A. 1973 Lincoln Cent graded MS67 RD by PCGS sold for $2,800. 1973 S proof Lincoln Cent, San Francisco Mint. The San Francisco Mint produced only proof coins in 1973. These were made for collectors and are not found in regular circulation. PR 65, nice proof, slide marks $3, $5 PR 69 deep cameo, nearly perfect, frosty devices $20, $50 PR 70 deep cameo, flawless, perfect condition $500, $1,000 auction highlight. A 1973 S proof penny graded PR 70 DCM sold for over $3, 000. Rare errors and varieties of the 1973 Lincoln cent. Some 1973 pennies contain mint errors and varieties that make them highly valuable. Here are a few to look for. 1. 1973 double die obverse, DDO. Some 1973 Lincoln cents have strong doubling on the obverse, especially in Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date. A clear doubling can make a coin worth $100 to $1,000 plus depending on its condition. Point 2. 1973 off-center strikes. If a penny is struck off-center, the value depends on how much of the design is missing. A 10% off-center strike might be worth $50 to $100, while a 50% off-center strike could sell for $500 plus. 3. 1973 clipped planchet error. Some coins were struck on planchets with missing portions, leading to a clipped edge. These errors can be worth $20 to $200, depending on how dramatic the clip is. Point 4. 1973 die break, cut error. Some pennies show extra raised metal blobs, known as a cud, caused by a broken die. These errors can fetch $50 to $300 depending on their size and location. How to sell a 1973 Lincoln cent. If you have a 1973 Lincoln cent and want to sell it, follow these steps. Check its condition. Coins in MS67 or higher are much more valuable. Look for rare errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and die breaks can be worth serious money. Get it graded. If you have a high grade or rare variety, getting it certified by PCGS or NGC will increase its value. Sell online. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are great for selling collectible coins. Visit a local coin dealer or show. You can also sell to local coin shops or attend coin shows for potential buyers. Final thoughts. The 1973 Lincoln cent is a common coin, but certain high-grade specimens and rare errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you have one, be sure to check its condition, look for rare varieties, and consider getting it graded. You might be holding onto a hidden treasure. That's all for today's deep dive into the 1973 Lincoln cent. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting insights.